Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit, a show where we discuss movies from our childhood, our nostalgia from watching them as kids, how they got made, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
Now, Nick, I'd love to talk to you, but I'm going to forget you for a second. I got to talk to the guest. I need to introduce the guest because I have so many questions.
I'll bring him right in because we have a lot to talk about today. Returning to the show, a friend of ours who we knew from Emerson and now are continuing as creative partners with Quaywood, a creative producer in his own right, Andy Hauptli. Welcome back to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. And, it was a lot of tragedy and horror last time. And so hopefully we get to swap it around a little bit with this episode.
Yes. Now, before Pelton breaks in here, I just want to just right off the bat say the movie that we're covering, because last time you were on the show, we covered we brought it up like almost every episode since you've been on the show of like potentially the greatest film we've ever covered on this show.
Truly.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Potentially.
Truly. Yeah.
It like almost objectively is the greatest film. And today you have brought us the 1997 film Good Burger. Now, Pelton, I'll let you take away what you're going to ask.
Yes, please, because Andy,
Yeah.
I could have sworn we were friends. Like, you came on this show, and you, like Nick said, you gave us the best movie we've ever covered on the show. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, for 2 years, I'm like, we got to get Andy back. He picked Pan's Labyrinth. He's the whole reason I like doing this show.
Yeah.
And then you gave us Good Burger, so I just want to ask, like, did I say something when we filmed Pan's Labyrinth? Did I, like, offend you in some way?
Now,
Like, are you mad at me?
Pelton, I love you, right?
I don't know if that's true.
It's true. You're hearing it first here, folks. I think that taste and opinion is on a wide spectrum, of course.
Uh-oh.
Just like
Much
any form
like
of
the
art.
taste of burgers.
Exactly. Very well done.
Nick, whose side are you on here?
You'll see as
Just
the
remember who's
episode
your
develops.
co-host, okay?
And I figured by returning to the show, let's not give you guys something that's like pretty up there, like a masterpiece from Guillermo del Toro that it's like, oh, it's
Right.
surprising that it was made, but like, wow, what a masterful thing, right? We're talking about Good Burger, like OG Nickelodeon, complete opposite side of filmmaking. Like, let's talk about something so different and see what happens.
I know, I'm convinced it's personal. We're going to get to the bottom of it by the end of the episode.
I feel like Pan's Labyrinth was like such a softball. It was like a lob,
Right?
and we just slam dunked it. It was
That's
great.
when he liked us.
So fun to talk about. Now, I'm curious. Because you picked Good Burger, Andy, I want to start with you with childhood stories. So, did you grow up with this? What is the nostalgia behind Good Burger? And why is it on the show today?
Sure.
That's a good question, Nick.
So I have seen it 3 times now, and the third time that I saw it was 2 days ago, because I wanted to rewatch it, make sure that my opinion still stood tall, and that I was returning to it with a new lens and new perspective, right? As a young adult, right? I saw it in high school, saw it in college, now I see it as an adult. I've liked it every single time.
Okay.
Every time.
Yes.
Interesting. But the first time you saw this movie was in high school.
Correct.
So was this like with a group of friends? Like how did it come into your life?
This was at a sleepover in my buddy's basement, and that's also yeah, exactly. I think that's one of my biggest like selling points about this movie is that it feels like a perfect like sleepover movie.
Yes.
And also a little bit of a stoner movie, guys. So that's how my little breakdown kind of gets to.
Sure. This has come up a couple of times on this show where we find these movies that are, yes, like stoner movies, ones that you watch with a group of people at like a sleepover, those kinds of things. But what I've realized with those movies is that usually they're terrible. So I'm glad that at the front of the episode, you're admitting that this is genuinely how you watched it for the first time. So maybe we'll see by the end of the episode if that statement tracks of if this movie is terrible and if it deserves to be in this echelon of like, no, you can only watch it to make fun of it at a sleepover. We'll see. But Andy's coming out with this hot take that it is good and he enjoyed it. So Pelton, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Sure.
Childhood stories. Have you ever seen this or was this the first time?
Well, first of all, I'm convinced when Andy watched this in a basement, it was like a Clockwork Orange situation. It's like tied down to the chair, eyes peeled.
Yeah.
You said it was a good stoner movie. Maybe they slipped or something. I don't know. But I've never seen this, which I think is the reason I'm here today. Mm-hmm. And my only real connection to it is someone in college who I was friends with loved this movie and swore by it. And for years and years, like, you gotta watch Good Burger. I'm like, nah, I think I'm chill, man. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. And sure enough, we stopped being friends. And I'm not saying that's not the reason, but I'm not gonna not say it. You know what I mean?
Can I ask, is the person that you are talking about on this show today? Is he a guest on this show?
Breaking news
right now.
Pelton and Hauptli officially split.
Yeah. We're done.
No longer friends. Stop the recording right now.
No, but I have no connection to this, and everyone I know in my life that likes this movie is no longer in my life.
Sure.
Sorry, Andy. So, Nick, we're going on to you.
So for me, I never actually saw this movie as a child, but I was aware that it existed. I was aware it was a very popular one in like the Nickelodeon like movie zeitgeist. I was also aware of All That and Kenan and Kel, which is kind of where this movie stems from, which we'll get to. And I've always loved Kenan Thompson. Like as a child actor, he was always like in very shitty movies, sure, but every time he was in them, I loved him. So I was pretty nervous going into this one because I was like, okay, his track record, from what I've heard about this movie, I'm a little nervous. And then to add on top of all of this, I bought this movie for $4, right?
You
I
did?
rented it to watch it, right? I was trying to be a good man, support the film. And then wherever I bought it from, YouTube, Amazon, I can't even remember, the entire movie, the audio was ever so slightly delayed. And it pissed me right off. Like I had to literally pull Maddie into the room and be like, am I going crazy or is this delayed? And she was like, no. It is delayed. And I tried like resetting the movie and like starting over and like all this stuff. I turned off the TV, unplugged it, plugged it back in. I tried everything. No matter what happened, this movie's audio was ever slightly delayed. So it really tarnished the experience for me, but we'll get to my final thoughts later.
This just proves my theory that our normal, very legal way of watching movies for this show is the correct way to go. Because look, you tried to support it, you used the goddamn Quaywood credit card on this, and look what happened.
Yeah, and put us even more in the red.
We are way overdrawn on that credit card. You got to slow down with those, dude.
Yeah. So now we know all of our nostalgia behind it, which is, give or take. But let's talk about production. So this movie was directed by a guy named Brian Robbins, who directed Varsity Blue, Hardball, Norbit, Meet Dave, and a few episodes of Kenan and Kel, which makes sense.
You go.
Yeah, tracks. Cinematography was done by Mac Ahlberg, who did the Brady Bunch movie, and this was also one of his last movies, Good Burger, with his career starting in 1959.
Whoa.
Which is
what a way to end it.
Wild. Yeah. So an older DP on this one. This movie was edited by Anita Brandt Burjoid. Oh God, it was this
Nailed
bad.
It. No, that's perfect.
I love the confidence in your voice on that one.
Yeah.
You get used to it after a while.
Who edited Legally Blonde and weirdly the 2023 Netflix interactive movie Choose Love. I don't know if either of you have ever seen it, but it's wild and it's terrible. But as far as an editing perspective, it's pretty cool because, they had a lot of footage to work with. They had those like different options that you could choose. Like, Netflix has done a couple of them. And while I don't think any of them are particularly great, I think from an editing perspective, it's a fun like project to work on.
No, wait, you said it was a multiple choice thing?
Yes.
It's like a Bandersnatch thing?
Yes.
But it's called Choose Love?
Yeah.
So what's the choice?
You either choose to go with the guy, like the nice guy, or like the hot surfer guy.
So it's me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
You tell me which one's which.
And I'm making the choice.
Yeah, Andy's making the choice.
Every time I chose the hot surfer dude, the movie wouldn't end.
Well, I can't believe that got greenlit. Let me tell you.
Oh, shit. And that's the show.
Let's
wrap it up.
Credits.
This is why we brought
Start them rolling.
Actually, I slipped Andy $20. Like, if you end the show before we talk about Good Burger, just fucking take it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So music was done by Stuart Copeland, who was the drummer for The Police. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Whoa.
What the hell?
That's awesome.
But did scores for Rumblefish, She's having a baby among many, many more. Again, super, super prolific composer for film, but also is the drummer for the Police, or was.
Why not?
Insane.
Crazy.
So insane.
And Andy wanted to be a painter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You never know.
It's
now
happening.
he's stuck here with us.
So this movie was produced by Nickelodeon Movies and distributed by Paramount Pictures, as most of, these Nickelodeon movies are. Now, we are at the point in the episode where you guys get to guess how much this movie cost and how much it made in the box office. Andy, with you being our esteemed guest, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, gosh. I should have done a little more research, so I'm just going to go straight blind into this one. Oh, I feel like it was like a $25 to $30 million range. Nothing crazy. Probably more than that. That's being a little conservative, I think.
Well, that's what I was thinking too.
I'll stick with that answer for now, and I'm gonna guess it made around a similar budget. I don't know if it made fully everything back or not.
Okay, so 25 to 30 for both the budget and the box office gross.
Yeah, it's a terrible guess, but that's what I'm putting out there.
Hey, you never know. Pelton?
Well, I don't think it's a terrible guess because I was kind of thinking the same thing for budget.
Okay.
Because I feel like, not that a lot of it takes place in one location, but it's kind of limited, you know what I mean? It's mainly like the 2 burger joints.
Big set pieces, though.
That's true. You do have big set, and you also have the drummer of the Police, so there's that. Also, okay, Nick, you said it was a Nickelodeon movie. Did this get a theatrical release?
It did.
It did? Mm-hmm. Shit. Okay. And I think there's a second one.
There is a second one.
Yeah.
Yes, which came out very recently.
That's the thing. So even if this didn't make a ton of money, it could have just gotten like a cult following over the years. You have people like Andy getting locked up in a basement watching this. So I'm going to say it was $30 million budget. I'm going to agree with Andy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it made a profit, but like just barely.
Okay.
I'll say it made $35.0027 million.
Okay. Locking it in.
Locking it in.
This movie's budget was a whopping $8.5 million.
Wow.
And again, you can tell just by the way it looks, the locations, just everything going on here. $8.5 million.
I say pretty big sets for $8.5 million, honestly.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
And it made $23.7 million in the box office. So you guys were pretty close. Pretty close.
On
not that bad.
On the box office. So it did make some money back, although not like an overwhelming success. So some more production notes here. This was based on the skit Good Burger from the Nickelodeon series All That, which I didn't know going into this, that it was just fully based on a skit, which actually tracks when you watch it. Because you're like, oh, they just took this premise and expanded it to an hour and a half.
Correct. It's like a Wayne's World effect.
Yeah. Filming for Good Burger took place over 6 weeks from March 9th to April 21st, 1997. Pretty quick turnaround.
Also makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
After 26 years since the original film's release, a direct sequel was released on November 22nd, 2023 through Paramount Plus. Both Thompson and Mitchell returned to reprise their roles as Dexter, Reed, and Ed, respectively.
It was 2023?
It was 2023. Andy, did you see the sequel?
I didn't. It's been on my watch list for a while, and I've heard it's like just not the same, and obviously I think the nostalgic fan base obviously very much connects to the first film, but I'd still like to check it out at some point just as like a thought experiment, if you will. But yeah, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Dude,
and I'm assuming,
Pelton,
you didn't.
That's why.
Yeah, I need somebody else to do that to me.
Yeah, someone's got to force you to watch it.
Yeah.
And Pelton, I'm assuming you didn't watch the second one after the first one for this episode.
I enjoy my life a lot, so I did not put on Good Burger 2, no.
Okay, so the three of us are all in the same boat here. So a few more things. According to Kel Mitchell, Abe Vigoda, who was the older gentleman who worked at Good Burger, was 76 at the time of filming and was able to run and climb over fences on set despite his age.
Good for him.
Pretty fun little thing here.
That's cool.
Another cool thing, Linda Cardellini, who is Velma in Scooby-Doo and also plays Hawkeye's wife. Yeah. This was her feature film debut.
I fucking knew I recognized her. Because there's two very nerdy people in this. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for Nick to do it. I'm not going to look it up because I don't want like my phone to know I was looking into Good Burger. You know what I mean? But you have
clear your history after that one.
Well, yeah, I gotta go incognito and still clear it. But you have like fucking Velma in this.
Yeah.
And also, do you guys do Buffy? Any Buffy fans here or no?
No.
No, I need to watch. I would like to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Wow. Andy's never seen Buffy but loves Good Burger. Okay. Just interesting to remember. But what's the other burger place? Mondo?
Mondo Burger, yeah.
One of the Mondo employees is like a big player in Buffy, and he's like barely in this. I'm like, that's fucking Gunn from Buffy. That's crazy. And then I just wanted to watch Buffy, and I was stuck there watching Good Burger.
And when was this character introduced? Like 20 minutes in? So you spent like 90% of the movie?
Yeah, just daydreaming about Buffy. Yeah, yes,
exactly.
That is correct.
That's insane. But yeah, so this is her feature film debut, which is an insane fact. Kenan Thompson claimed that during the filming of this movie, there was virtually 2,000 pounds of meat on the set at any given time, some of which had grown old. And this is a quote from him. It was so nasty. Some of the burgers would stay out there for a long time. I felt so sorry for the extras who had to eat them with cold, clammy fries. But on screen, those burgers look good.
Dang. So that's how they make the Nickelodeon slime.
Just let them rot out in the sun.
And then the final note here, kind of ending on a bit of an upsetting note. Kel Mitchell claims that he did not enjoy the scene where Ed was in the milkshake machine. He claimed the strawberry yogurt used for the scene was uncomfortably sticky, cold, and wet, and tasted like school glue. And when you find out who is at the helm of this project, it all starts to fall into place. And I could not stop thinking about everything that's going on at this time during this entire movie, and it made me violently upset.
Yeah, I'm saying, Nick, do you want to, for people who don't know, do you want to say who was kind of like the lead creative head of this movie?
I forget his name.
It's Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. That's what it is. Yes,
and he's
Dan
like Schneider in the movie.
He is in the movie
a lot.
If you don't know who he is, and you want to expose yourself to all of that, feel free to look him up. There's a whole documentary about it that is incredibly informative, but also extremely sad. He is a horrible man, and throughout this entire movie, I just could not stop thinking about that particular scene with Kel, and there's a couple others in there that I'm like, oh boy, this is a little bit depressing. So there is that we have to deal with throughout this entire movie, which just adds to the misery.
Thanks, Andy.
Hey, I will say that is obviously a terrible part about the movie. And there's so much about his involvement that is so terrible. I will say, if there's more time to talk about this later, there are pros that I believe in pretty strongly with this movie, and I'm happy to talk about them. Yeah,
okay. I'm trying so hard not to spoil my thoughts, but I agree. Oh, no. So I don't want you to think that I'm fully against this movie, but we'll get to it. So that's all I had on production. Yes.
Before we get to it, because Andy, I want you to know who I run a show with. So this guy recently ranked all the movies we've covered on Letterboxd, and he didn't have Pan's Labyrinth at number 1. No. Like the Oscar-winning film.
No, okay, but it was like, I know in the back of my head, and I've said multiple times in the show, that it is the best movie that we've covered.
It has to be, right? There's no way.
But it's not my favorite. It's not the one that I'm going back to again and again.
Yeah, like, those are two very different criteria, yeah.
That is, what was your number 1?
I think I told you, I think we had this conversation potentially off air, but I was saying it's like similar to me to like Schindler's List, right? Where it's like, it's such a good movie, but I'm not always going back to that. Like, I respect the hell out of it. And if we ever covered that movie, that would be like the top of the list too. But it's not one I'm constantly going back to. So I think my top 3 were Nightmare Before Christmas.
Which, that's fair.
Chicken Run.
Love. And
then potentially Emperor's New Groove or Curious George. It was one of those two.
That's where I draw the line. Emperor's New Groove cannot be above Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. It's one of the most underrated Disney movies, man.
No,
it's so good.
It's perfectly rated. It's exactly where it should be.
Fair enough. Andy, any hot takes on Emperor's New Groove?
No, it's right where Pelton said. It's just it's good where it's at, but it's not exceptional or terrible.
It's fine.
It's good. It's good.
I think I have such a personal affinity for that movie. Just there are so many scenes in it that have clung onto my heart for so long. And again, I didn't have the nostalgia behind Pan's Labyrinth because I was too scared of it as a kid. So
where was it on the list? Do you remember what number it was?
Let me pull it up. I'll give you my top 10.
Okay.
So in order, this is how I ranked it like a week ago. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Fair.
Chicken Run. Emperor's New Groove.
God damn it.
The Wind Rises.
Okay.
Curious George. Mrs. Doubtfire. Now, already Pelton's upset, but this is where he's going to get really upset. Hook.
Come on, what?
Shrek.
Even Spielberg doesn't like Hook.
And then Pan's Labyrinth.
It's 10?
And then the OG Grinch is number 10.
Wait, Pan's is 9.
Pan's is 9.
Okay. As long as it's top 10, that's crazy.
And already looking at this list, I don't necessarily agree with it.
Thank God.
It's one of those where I was because I hadn't created the list like from the beginning, I was then trying to like think about all of the movies in retrospect, like all 70 of them that we've done, and I did it all in one sitting. So it took like a while for me to create this list. And already I'm like, okay, I have to go reorganize some things, but I had to just get it all down on paper. So
do you want to reorganize Emperor and put it way, way further down?
I actually want to move Cat in the Hat up.
Don't you fucking dare touch Cat in the Hat.
Okay, going into the plot of this lovely, lovely film. So we start on just an absolute high, like almost quite literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
So, and this is where I was like, I'm fully out. Like, I fully was like, fuck this movie. I'm so upset. So Ed, who's played by Kel, has a bad dream about serving burgers at Good Burger and wakes up late for his shift. And just in parentheses, I was like, what's going on? What's going on with this guy? What's going on?
This was also okay.
Is he high? Is he actually asleep? What's happening?
Well, I think the answer is probably yes for all of those.
Yeah.
But now, Andy, hearing your connection to the movie, this makes sense. Like if I was high as God, locked in a basement, and this is how a movie started, I would probably be all in too. Like I get it.
Because weren't the burgers like talking to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very it's a very like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle vibe, and like I love that movie, and that's just like another kind of nostalgia thing for me. So you know, a movie doesn't have to be good to like enjoy, right? So that's
fair.
That's
honestly, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Emperor's New Groove. Continue.
Exactly. So
wow, Nick just took that. I like that.
So at Good Burger, as they wait for Ed to show up, no one seems to be able to take anyone's order because they're not the food guy or whatever they call him. I think it's the food guy.
Yeah,
which
there's only one guy that works the register for some reason.
It already begs the question of like, how does this place operate? Is it just him and he's in high school? So what happens when he's in school? Does he even go to school?
No, store's
does he
closed.
show up?
It opens and closes around him.
Right. So he shows up and takes the food orders and realizes that Mondo Burger, a competing restaurant being built across the street, is opening soon. And this is where the entire conflict of the movie comes into play because they only could afford 2 sets. So they decided on Good Burger and Mondo Burger.
Now, I will say, okay, if you're from a producing standpoint, if you're making a movie for like a couple nickels, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you only have 2 sets, it's kind of genius to be like, okay, we're only going to do 2. We're going to put all the money into both. Mm-hmm. Especially Mondo. Like, it's a pretty elaborate set.
Sure.
Yeah, it's very detailed.
Yeah, like, it's almost like this weird futuristic thing, like, and Good Burger, too. I'm almost, it feels like they found a restaurant to, like, rent out.
Yeah, and it feels like as built out as you could with that amount of money, which is great.
It totally does.
And Andy, I wanted to ask, because, again, not having seen the movie, not having seen Kenan and Kel or all like that much of all that, but being aware that they exist, had you seen the sketch that this was based off of?
No, actually,
From
I
all
haven't.
that? Okay.
I've heard that it was based off a sketch, but I haven't like taken the liberty to go back and kind of see its origin. I just enjoy the movie.
Again, no one's forcing him to.
I
think that is the connecting.
We just need another basement to lock me in for the sleepover.
Yeah, the sleepover.
Maddie and I are looking for a new place right now, and you know what? If we find a place with a basement. I'll invite you over.
Dude, that's the key. I'm now convinced Andy doesn't watch anything unless you lock him in a basement and force him to.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
No, but there's like a specific genre of movie that you watch in a basement. But like, there's many other genres that you watch in like your normal living room.
There's a lot of jokes to be made, and I'm just gonna gloss over all those. But you continue the show.
So, the manager, which is a horrible, horrible human, Dan Schneider, is not super worried about the competition at Mondo because people love Good Burger. Or so they think.
Yeah, it's also like, isn't it the only burger place in town? So it's like they love it by default almost.
I think so. I think that's like it's like the go-to place.
At least
it seems like it's like
area.
making It seems like it's making they have enough customers on like a normal day in May or June when school's getting let out. And then obviously when the new sauce is created, like they're slammed. So it seems like they're all like actively aware of like what's going on, at least, if not they're, visiting all the time. But it is interesting, and we'll get to the sauce in a bit. But it's very interesting that this is the only place to get a burger in the entire town.
It's weird because they pitch it as like it's like the best burger you've ever had, right? Mm-hmm. But then first of all, it's the only place in town, and second, the other burger place opens, even though they're just bigger. Like the movie says, they're not better; they're just bigger. Everyone still goes there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it can't be that good. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the place is called Good Burger. I think it probably, like, it's good. It fits right in line with the name. Like, it's not great.
It's not great.
It's like Epper's new group.
Like,
it's this, Andy. You know what? You're coming back in my good graces, man.
He's back.
This burger place is.
I know. Like, I have to make up brownie points this episode. Like we start at the bottom, and then Pelton's like, I'm gonna keep giving you a little bit of an upgrade each time.
Yeah, you're slowly moving
up a little bit. You gotta suck up a little bit to Pelton, but I still got you, Andy. Don't worry.
I think, to be fair, Nick says that to every guest before we start recording. You gotta suck up to Pelton a little bit.
A little bit. Fuel his ego like this much, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah. It is weird. Like, I feel like the last week, ever since Nick started telling people that, they hop on the Zoom and they're like, "Oh, like the funny one's here, Pelton's here, the better looking one.
Look at you! You cleaned up. You look so good."
Yeah, clearly, I cleaned up for you guys.
You took a shower. No, I'm kidding.
For those who don't know, I'm sitting in my room. My bed's unmade. I'm drenched in sweat. And this shirt that used to be white is now gray. You can really see my skin through it.
He's prepped.
It's okay. You just came from the gym. It's okay.
Listen, it's greenlit. Okay, what do you expect?
It's greenlit. We're doing it. So we cut to Dexter, who is played by Kenan Thompson, who takes his mom's car for a ride to and from school on the last day of class before summer break, and he gets into an accident with his teacher. And instead of calling the cops for the accident, because Dexter doesn't have a driver's license, Dexter agrees to get a summer job to pay for the damages, even though, I felt for him, because you only have so many summers, so many summer vacations in your young life, and now he's just gonna spend his entire summer working to pay back this car. But you know what? It is also like his fault.
It's definitely his fault. He doesn't have a license and he's driving like 90 miles per hour.
Yeah.
He fully crashes into him. Now, okay, it's at this point of the movie, I wrote down something that I want to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
Because, Andy, right as you were climbing back, you're dropping again.
Oh, gosh.
Dropping like flies out here. What movie did we cover, Nick, only not that long ago, where I was like, it's weirdly racist?
There were a couple.
What's been going on with the movies we've been choosing?
Well, you had Thunderstruck, which was the white kid stealing powers of a black basketball player.
Took all his talent he worked hard for.
What was the other one?
There was another one. There was. I don't remember. But point is, that scene in the movie where there's a car crash, right? You have Kenan Thompson and the teacher, and there's all these dialogues, I guess, for lack of a better term, where the teacher's talking about like his afro and like, no, don't call the police on a black man, all this stuff. But if you look up the writers of this movie, it's 3 white guys. And they're like weirdly writing like from like the black perspective and telling black jokes and leaning into black stereotypes.
Feels really smart for them to do that.
It's genius. Like it just feels a little weird, no? Am I the only one that picked up on that?
I don't think I realized the writers were 3 white dudes, probably from Nickelodeon.
It's Dan Schneider and 2 others that wrote it.
There you go.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I'm not surprised. But yeah, that is interesting. I wonder, though, if any of the sketches on like All That or like Kenan and Kel, if their writer's room was like mostly white people. I'm not sure. But that is an interesting point. Yeah.
It was just that one scene where there were so many lines like that. I was like, I know it said story by Dan Schneider. Let me look up the other writers. And sure enough, it's like 3 white Nickelodeon people. And I'm like, like, What's up with the greenlit racist movies, man? Why do we keep choosing these?
We're on a bad streak here.
we gotta do like a Curious George 2 or something. We gotta go back to like kid friendly.
Something chill.
Yeah, something
exactly.
chill. We can't have Andy on the show anymore.
Something chill like Kronk's New Groove.
No.
Stop. So he ends up working at Mondo Burger and just absolutely like comically sucks at his job. But they're also way too strict. And Kurt, who runs Mondo Burger, is an absolute maniac trying to rule the burger world. And Kurt fires Dexter after he jokes around ever so slightly. Like they're running this like it's a tight ship.
Tight ship. You know
Very
what?
tight ship.
This is a Radio Rebel moment. Kurt, is that his name? Kurt, the Mondo guy?
Yeah, it's Kurt.
He's the good guy.
Why?
Well, because Dan Schneider runs the other restaurant.
You know what? For the first time in a long time, I am on board with that statement.
I disagree with me, Nick. Let's go.
It's like just comparing two villains to be like, oh, which one's worse?
Which one's worse?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What is the better of two evils? And it is Kurt. Maniac.
What's
Kurt.
worse? Like putting illegal stuff in burgers, which fast food places do anyway, or just being Dan Schneider?
Definitely the latter.
Right?
Definitely the latter. So Good Burger continues to struggle because of Ed's poor customer service. And Dexter shows up and gets a job because of Ed, maybe accidentally, maybe on purpose. And we meet the cast of coworkers at Good Burger, including the ninja 76-year-old man that we talked about earlier.
76-year-old man ever.
Yeah, the guy who's just doing backflips on set.
It's so sick. Come on now.
So sick.
I also like that the script didn't call for that at all. He's just like, guys, check this out.
Yeah.
Special skills section on his profile.
He's just
on like his backstage. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I can do backflips, man. I need oxygen in the tank, but I'll do it.
Yeah. So Ed shows Dexter the Burger Mobile, and they immediately drive through the mailbox of the same teacher Dexter crashed into. Now, this is a recurring bit in the movie, which I thought was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty good.
Can I be so honest?
Yeah.
Okay, I just said I was covered in sweat. I just came back from the gym. But before I went to the gym, Andy, I sent you a picture. I watched Good Burger. Because I no offense, but I was like, this is not a movie I'm going to retain. So
Sure.
I might as well watch it day of. So
Like
it's
as
fresh.
close to the recording as you
literally
possibly
as
can.
close as you can.
Yeah.
Then I had to like get those gains in, eat a bowl of nails, eat my
Right,
creatine,
right.
whatever. And then I did Greenlit. So I just watched it, and you're sitting there, and you're doing the plot, and you're like, yeah, they smashed into the mailbox, and I'm like, the fuck
When?
did that happen? And then you said it's a recurring bit? How often does that happen in the movie?
It's like 4 times. Well,
What?
so he gets into the car accident in the beginning, then he hits the mailbox, and then they hit the mailbox again. And then I think at the very end the car is destroyed
By
When did that
by
happen?
Mondo Burger.
by Mondo Burger.
Yeah, the
It
big burger,
was?
the big burger from the top of Mondo Burger falls
smashing
on
down?
the car.
Yeah.
I guess he got like
that
a
was-
new car or something like
He
that.
gets the
Yeah.
new car.
Yeah.
And then at
Yeah.
the very end, which we'll get to, Dexter goes up and he's like, here's the money I owe you. And he's like, oh, enjoy your car. And then the guy's like, please help me get the burger off of this car. Because it's like this massive Mondo Burger.
I remember a
Just
car
so
being
right now.
smashed. I don't think I connected. It was the professor at
that
all.
was the teacher's car.
What happened when I watched this movie? Maybe I was locked up in a basement.
But yeah.
Maybe, Andy, did you slip me something? What's going on here?
He's working off that runner's high right now. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's too swole. He ate too many nails. So,
No such thing, dog. No such thing as
Exactly.
too swole.
so Mondo Burger opens, and it's an instant success. The Good Burger folks inspect a Mondo Burger that is much larger than their Good Burger, but they realize that it costs the same. So they're like, what's going on here? It's the same ingredients. It's just bigger.
Also, Andy, for reference, me and Nick will often talk about food in movies on this show and how good it looks, especially like animated food.
Yes.
Like, go watch Polar Express. Actually, don't
Polar
watch Polar
Express
Express.
hot
but like,
chocolate. No,
yeah, the hot
you
chocolate
brought it
scene.
up.
So true.
Fucking looks amazing, right? So I'm watching this movie. I guess I'm half watching this movie. I don't know what happened to me when I was watching this. But for most of it, I'm like, fuck, I'm so getting like McDonald's or something after this movie. Like, I'm getting a burger, dude. I was so excited. But, okay, between the three of us, that Mondo burger looks fucking gross, no?
It looks
Oh, yeah.
terrible.
It's way
looks
too much
awful.
meat. It looks disgusting.
Yeah, like the proportions are all off. It looks terrible.
too much meat, and also, I mean, clearly because that's obviously what they used, but just pure rubber Like
it's pure rubber.
I know that Keenan said that there was a lot of meat, but I think that was for the Good Burger side. I think Mondo Burger, right? It's just it had to be
because it looks like 8 hockey pucks stacked on top of each other, exactly. And then like the actual burger itself, like the bun just like wasn't toasted. They just like got it from like a Walmart and threw it together. I'm like, but the movie's telling me that this burger fucking rocks.
It looks bad. And weirdly, when Dexter is working at Mondo Burger for like 5 seconds, when he's putting together that burger, or, the lack of him putting together the burger, it looks better than what the actual finished product looks like.
So like, what happened?
He's like practically making a salad.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, I'd rather eat that.
Yeah.
But it's just this weird, like... Not like the movie breaking, because it's already such like an absurd movie, you know what I mean? So like, obviously you can accept a lot in something like this. But it was a weird moment where I'm like, wait. Like, you're telling me this place is like a massive success. The go-to place has fucking cobwebs in it now. But it looks like that? Like, it looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's very much like... Well, no, that's a bad comparison. I was going to compare it to like the Krusty Krab and
the Chum Bucket.
But then I was like, no, never mind.
It's like, okay, honestly, that could work if people like the Chum Bucket for seemingly no reason.
Yeah, right, because it's just slop, and it's just slop. It's just bad.
Yeah, we're straight.
It just looks bad. But if it was like if people went there and it became an instant success until the Krusty Krab was like, hey, we have a new sauce, then. Yeah, it would be better comparison, but...
That's okay, I guess that's fair. But how about this? The whole movie, I wanted a burger, and then I saw that fucking gross-ass, like, piece of fake meat, and Nicole just went to the store, my roommate, and said, what do you want for dinner? And I said salmon. I'm sorry, Andy.
That's what I'm having for dinner, though. That's
okay. No way!
Yes.
Dexter realizes Ed is the guy who caused him to get a summer job because he roller skated in front of him, and he caused the accident, essentially. And he's pissed. Also... He learns from the teacher. I don't know if you caught this, but he learns that the new total that he has to pay back is $2,500 instead of the original.
When did that happen?
1900, 1700.
It was. I remember 1900.
Yeah. Because the teacher walks in, he's like, "How's it going?" And he's like, "Oh, I have the job. I'm making my money." And then he gives him he's like, "Oh, I got my car fixed, and here's the total." And it's $2,500. It did just go up.
Inflation, man. All of a sudden, Mondo came in, prices raised.
Exactly. So when Dexter and Ed are having lunch together, Dexter realizes Ed's homemade sauce that he has on hand all the time, by the way, is spectacular. And they have to start using it at Good Burger to drive business in because of Mondo Burger's success.
Now, okay, as you know, I blacked out during this movie.
Yeah, clearly.
So, did they reveal like how he made the sauce, or he just always had this recipe?
No, seemingly he just makes it randomly, but he always has it on hand. Like
in his pockets, he just has like loose sauce.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a jar that he keeps in his like jacket pocket or something. I don't know.
What the hell? This man needs to be arrested. That's definitely not safe at all.
I'm also now wondering if they did any sort of like promotional like, oh, you can get the Good Burger sauce for like the sequel or even for the original. But I feel like that would be a missed opportunity if they didn't. Like the freaking Szechuan sauce at McDonald's.
Yeah. Also, I feel like the FDA probably would shut it down.
Yeah.
It's in a jar of someone's coat for 6 years.
Right. Exactly.
So in the movie, he literally just like appears with it one day.
Yeah. They're literally eating lunch and he just pulls it out as like it's like a bit, but then it turns into a huge plot point.
Do we know why he made it?
No.
He just showed up with sauce.
Well, we learn in the movie that Good Burger is his life. Like Ed's life.
I remember that.
If you remember when he wakes up from the dream, he's basically in his outfit for work already.
Yes,
and on top of that, he has like his whole room is decorated to be like burgers and Good Burger specifically. So like this entire job is his whole livelihood. And you know what? Good on him, because whether or not he's doing it for actual work or seemingly he's not. Seemingly he just likes the sauce. But he's making this like all the time and he just uses it for everything. So I don't know.
Okay.
For the love of the game.
No. Wait. I can't accept for the love of the game. That's crazy. If you were a manager, let's say me and you open a food place, which we might be planning, Quaywood Cafe.
Yeah.
We open the Quaywood Cafe at Quaywood Land. And you're the manager.
Yeah.
And you have a guy in front, does the cash register, whatever. But he's a little out there. You know what I mean? Quite the character.
Sure.
And then one day he walks in and opens up his trench coat and in a mason jar has a thing of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
you as a manager would just be like, put that shit on the burgers, dude. Let's sell it.
Probably not.
You probably get it tested and fire him immediately.
Yeah. I would ask him for the recipe.
In the real world. But we got to just accept it in this movie.
No, I can't. That's the scariest thing.
Ooh, that's on you, brother. I'm sorry.
I also accept that ingesting random chemicals into burgers are going to make them the size of my car.
Andy, I'm gonna hire someone to show up at your door in a trench coat and nothing else, and give you sauce. And if you don't use it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh gosh, I use on my salmon tonight.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
My secret sauce. Let's compare more salmon recipes, shall we?
Call back to an outtake. So Good Burger immediately has a spike in customers, and Dexter strikes up a deal with Ed to get 80% of the 10 cents per burger that he is making, because it was Dexter's idea to put the sauce in the burgers to begin with. So he figures out this plan to get all of the money back that he owes. Now, what did I say? It was $2,500 for his teacher that Pelton doesn't think exists.
No. I have no memory of him.
But these burgers start flying off the wall, like flying off the shelves. They're selling like hotcakes, selling like good burgers.
Because we don't know what's in that sauce, dude.
Right. But again, it's like all the locals. They all follow Good Burger on Instagram, seemingly, because they do one post and
they follow the
everyone
newsletter.
shows up. Yeah.
Good Burger newsletter.
Exactly.
The Good Burger Collective.
You beat me by 1 second.
They give out crew necks. It's awesome.
Exactly. So the two boys hang out on top of the roof of Good Burger, which is where Ed seemingly goes to often to clear his mind. And we see that while Ed doesn't really understand the heartfelt moment that they have, or so we think, which we'll get to in a moment, he really appreciates the time that they have together. And I want to just take a moment here.
Uh-oh.
Because I've been trying my best throughout the episode to not really spoil kind of my thought process throughout the movie. But this scene is where I feel an explanation is due. So essentially, I started the movie. The first scene where he's dreaming, I was like, I'm completely out. This is terrible. Like, this is one of the worst movies we've ever covered. And as we start to progress, I kind of start to understand Ed's character a little bit more, because initially I was like, "Oh, who's this guy? Like, what's he doing? Why does he talk like that? This is I'm losing it." And then as we start to develop, I start to understand him a little bit more, and we get to this scene, and it's such a sweet little scene. And then throughout the rest of the movie, he just wants a friend. He just wants a buddy. And man, it got me. He got me. This scene and through the rest of the movie, I was rooting for Ed. I really was.
The rest of the movie, really?
It really tugged on my heartstrings, like, so much. And I did a complete 180 on this movie. And I'll save it for the end. I'm not saying that I loved it overall, but man, this scene really did get me. And I was rooting for Ed from here on out.
Okay, I will say, I have thoughts on this scene, but I'm going to save it.
Okay.
Just going to put that little tease out there, because I might surprise you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I also have like a standpoint on this, but I'm happy to save it unless we want to hear it now.
If you wanna save it now, it's up to you. If you want to review it later, feel free. If you want to say it now, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about more later, but just to give a teaser, like a big reason that I do like this movie a lot is that I think it just encapsulates like male friendship very well, and just I think the dynamic between Dex and Ed is actually really sweet when surface level, and when you start the movie you're just like, oh, okay, buddy comedy sort of a thing, whatever. But I think there's some genuine, like, I emotionally felt a connection just in this moment. And even I think there's like 2 or 3 other scenes that I actually really like the dynamic that goes on between them, and when they actually really become like good buddies. And I think that's a pretty beautiful thing. And I thought they did a good job with it, surprisingly.
Yeah. It really got me. It really did.
Okay, I will. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to go into it because I can't help myself.
Yeah, we're here. We're talking about it.
Exactly. I will say, this scene was one that kind of caught me off guard. Because I'm like, oh, maybe there's more to this movie than I was giving it credit for. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I almost had a nick where I didn't have like a full turnaround, but like I was looking. I was looking over my shoulder a little bit. And I do agree with Andy, where I'm like, I do think the strongest part of this movie is the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, you can tell they're friends in real life and they're creative partners in real life, and that totally reflects in the movie.
Yeah.
And you do like the two of them. However, where it falls apart a little for me is many times on this show, we've talked about movies where there is like a main character that's like an audience surrogate, and then you have like the annoying side character. Mm-hmm. And it's like a Shrek donkey or like an Ice Age kind of thing.
Open season.
Open season. And I think usually that works because the more annoying one, quote unquote annoying, is the side character.
Mm-hmm.
But in this movie, it's like split 50-50.
Sure.
So even though I like the two of them, by the end of it, it's too much of him.
Interesting.
If he was in it a little less, or Kenan Thompson was really the main character, I think it totally would have worked. Mm-hmm. But it's like I OD'd on it, probably like Andy in the basement. I'm like, I'm so fucking sick of this guy. Like, this has to end.
No, it's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, so fair point.
Yeah, like, I want to be on your guys' page so bad. Like, I understand why you're there.
I agree with what you're saying. I just think that, like, I was rooting for him a little bit more after the scene. But I still was like...
That's fair.
All right, guys. All right. This should have stayed a sketch.
Just after, like, what was this movie? Hour 40? Hour 50? It's kind of long.
It's something like that.
It's almost like 2 hours. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's no way. Like,
I think it's a swift hour 40. Everyone can look this up while they're listening. Yeah. I think it's around hour 40.
It's an hour 40?
In my brain, yeah.
This should, you know what? This should be a sketch.
That or like an hour 20.
Or like an hour 20. It should be an hour 20, let's be honest.
So the next day, they have a huge delivery. And they go to an NBA locker room where they deliver food to none other than Shaquille O'Neal. And
what the fuck?
I don't know where the hell this scene came from, but I was so unbelievably in, because for those of you who do listen to the show know that, or just know me personally, know that I'm a big basketball fan. I've met Shaquille O'Neal. I loved Shaquille O'Neal my whole life. He's a great basketball player.
You met Shaq?
Absolutely.
When?
At like one of my dad's work conferences like years ago, and he was there like doing this he was like a speaker.
He was just
and
being
then
Shaq?
After the show, it was one of those where my dad was like, "Hey, let's hang out. Let's see if we can meet him." I was like, "There's no way." And then we basically like walked to the side of the stage, and there was a guy there that was like, "You guys here to see Shaq?" And we were like, "Yeah." We didn't even know it was like a thing, and then they just like ushered us backstage, and then we just met Shaq.
That's crazy.
It was so insane. So obviously he's a huge guy. He's like 7'2".
Yeah.
And my mom always makes this joke and tells the story because she's 5'5", 5'6".
Okay.
And so when we were all taking the picture with him, she put her arm around like his waist. But because of how tall he was, her arm was around his ass just because he's such a big dude.
Did your mom grope Shaq?
It was so wild.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so been a big fan of Shaq for quite some time. And just a fan of basketball, fan of the NBA.
Yeah. Mom's got the hots for Shaq, dude.
Exactly. And this was also right around the time that Shaquille O'Neal left the Magic for the Lakers, which is where a lot of people know him from. Obviously, he got drafted to the Magic, went to the Lakers. This is at a time where his power was at an all-time high. And Shaq was a very exciting player to watch at the time. So I don't understand like how they got him into this movie, but it makes sense why when he does like advertise it, like promote it, people do start showing up and they're like, hey, this guy, like, we respect him because he's top of his game.
That's fair.
So it all made sense after doing a little bit of research on the timing of all this.
What is it, Shakalicious gummies? His new gummies that he has? Yeah. I tried them.
The XL gummies?
Yeah, the XL gummies.
Yeah, of course.
They weren't great, but I was like, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're literally like these giant gummies that are just Shaq's face.
Yeah.
Not like edibles. They're like gummies, like Welch's or something.
When they were promoting them on like billboards in Florida, I thought they were edibles, and I was like, "This is so strange." And that's why I got them.
They're just straight up like kids gummies, but they're just his face.
But that guy, he's like everywhere. I'm gonna do a quick Shaquille O'Neal side tangent for a moment because he's one of those guys that like he made a ton of money in the NBA and he was like super famous, super powerful. Obviously, he can't go 5 seconds without people noticing him because he's 7'2" and like the most recognizable NBA player of all time. But he like famously, he basically was completely broke 5 years after like leaving the NBA. and then just started taking deal after deal after deal. So if you look at his like filmography and like commercial work and like side products, and it still goes on to this day, he is everywhere.
He's everywhere.
I'm talking talk shows, commercials. He was a Gold Bonds spokesperson for a while. He was in multiple movies. He was in he was in Good Burger. He was in that Genie movie. He was in, I forget what that one was called.
The Genie movie?
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
like
God,
the star
right.
of it. Yes.
Is it Kazam?
Something like that.
Kazam. It's Kazam.
Yes, he was in Kazam. And then what was the Adam Sandler movie he was in? Because he makes a cameo. He's like a Dick's Sporting Goods employee in that movie, but he just shows up everywhere.
Is it Blended?
Yes, it is Blended, which is an insane movie on its own. But yeah, he shows up everywhere. He does all these ads. He has all these products. When he was talking to us at that conference, he was talking about how he started his own 24-hour gym because as an NBA player, he would just get off of work at random weird times and would want to go work out. So he started this chain of 24-hour gyms that are now just across the nation. So he has this money now streaming in from everywhere.
He just does everything under the sun.
He just does everything. Like even down to, so my brother went to school in North Carolina for college, and he, at this like local hot dog, hamburger, basically Good Burger of Greenville, North Carolina, he showed up and just DJ'd. Like for a bunch of college kids. He's a DJ. He's a DJ. He's a sheriff, I believe, or something like that. Like he's like a certified. It's so insane.
Okay, everything's starting to click. Why Andy likes this movie, how Andy became a DJ. Like, I'm getting it now.
It's all aligning.
It's the Shaq-fluence, dude.
Exactly. It's the Shaq-fluence.
My muse.
I love it.
That giant signed poster of Shaq behind you.
Yeah, I know. For everyone listening right now, my giant Shaq cardboard cutout is actually in the corner right now, too.
It's life-size, too, man. It's scary.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on away from Shaq.
Do we have to? Let's just talk about Shaq.
But it is strange that he just shows up for literally half a scene and is gone.
Now it makes sense. Now that you walk through the history of Shaq. Like, now I get it.
Right. So Kurt from Mondo Burger gives Ed a ride after hitting him with his car and tries to convince him to start working for Mondo. Ed gets Dexter a yo-yo because they talked about it on the roof when they hung out, and Ed remembered. Again, this is a very full circle, sweet little moment. We didn't think that he took anything away from the conversation, but he did. He listened to his whole story and he got him a yo-yo because I think he said his dad broke his yo-yo or never got him a yo-yo or something like that. But he's just coming in and being a bro. It was awesome.
It's one of those moments where I want to like this movie so bad because it's such a cute moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get Andy a yo-yo.
You should. That'd be awesome.
I'll get you a Shaq yo-yo.
Oh,
Shaq,
incredible.
A Shaq Quaywood yo-yo.
One side's the tree, one side is just Shaq's face.
Exactly. So, or just one side is his face, and the other side is just everything that he's ever sponsored. So it's like
There's
Gold
too long
Bond
fit.
and ESPN,
It's impossible.
Good Burger. So Kurt sends in Roxanne to seduce Ed into giving her the recipe for the Good Burger sauce, and she convinces him to go out with her. And Ed gets Monique, the girl Dexter has been crushing on, to go out with Dexter for a double date. Now,
yeah, does she send him to death?
She comes in and lays it on thick. She's like, I don't want food. I want you. And then, he's doing his thing and he's like, okay, I don't know.
It would work.
It would totally work.
Come on, you're telling me it wouldn't work? I know you two are in committed relationships, okay? Maybe I'm the only one that'll be honest here, but that would totally work.
You know what? I'll give it to Roxanne. She did her best.
By the way, Roxanne, the name Roxanne, and we have the drummer for Police. By the way, Red Light. That's awesome.
Wait,
what a little random Easter egg.
I wonder if that's how they got the rights.
Okay, I know usually music is done in post. Mm-hmm. So do you think that's just an awesome coincidence, or that is an actual little Easter egg?
I think it might be a coincidence.
Maybe.
I don't know if they thought about that or not.
You would think not, but you're like, that's so perfect.
Could be. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I thought about it. I haven't looked it up.
Yeah.
Nick, I have a pitch.
Yeah.
Every movie we make, just start calling characters like Liam Renault, And then eventually we'll just be like, oh, Oasis made the music. We'll get them. That's how we get them.
That's crazy.
What do you say,
they're gonna sue us.
Actually, to be honest, I think we've had characters named Liam and Noel already.
Have we had Noel? I know we had Liam.
I think in Triptych I threw in a Noel because we never said their name.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like if you read the script, you
in
knew.
the script, yeah, the famous script. So she tries to get the recipe out of Ed, and he chooses mini golf over some alone time with her. And you know what?
I respect
Easy
it.
choice.
Fair enough.
It's
an easy choice. It's an easy choice. So Ed beats up Roxanne as she tries to make moves on him, and Dexter gets a kiss from Monique for being such a good friend to Ed.
Wait. You made it sound like he just beats the shit out of her on purpose.
I mean, it's like WWE. Like, do you remember the car scene? He like throws her over his shoulder.
Actually, you're right. He does kind of beat the shit out of her, doesn't he?
Yeah. Whether it's intentional or not, he does in fact do it.
It's pretty brutal. I remember I was like, when I was rewatching it, I was just like, oh my gosh. He's actually going crazy.
Like at one point he hits the ping pong ball and it ricochets and hits her in the forehead,
the
right?
the golf ball, yeah.
It was the golf ball. It's the golf ball. And then you're right. I think he like fully throws her over his shoulder.
And you see
onto,
like
concrete.
Her whole forehead is like completely red.
Oh yeah, she's in like crutches and shit. Like I think he killed her.
Yeah, just about. So the next
your
day,
choice, Andy. Just remember, you picked this movie.
So the next day, Monique finds out about the contract between Dexter and Ed, and she's pissed. She immediately regrets giving him a little kiss. And Ed and Dexter sneak into the back of Mondo Burger, and they see the Mondo Burgers are being illegally enhanced to be massive. So, and again, because what's the thinking? Like, bigger is better?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you get to a certain point where it's like the ratio is just not.
Yeah, the proportions are all thrown off. It doesn't work.
It's crazy. Kurt sends them to Demented Hills Asylum to prevent them from spilling the secret, and Kurt poisons the good burgers. Now, let's talk about Demented Hills.
Be my guest.
Because, like, first of all, where did this come from? Second, we're going to get to it in a moment, but there's a dance break that just happens in the middle of this movie. It's just so insane. It's just an insane, like, hey, we spent all of our budget on these two locations, and we need a third.
And we're gonna live large in that third one.
We're gonna live large.
So okay, again, as you know, I frequently black out during this movie for some reason. Do we know the connection between Mondo Boy and this insane asylum?
No, I don't think so.
He just ships him off there. He somehow like, okay, sure. Just pulled a couple strings out of set. Yeah. Okay.
He was like, you got some new patients. And I'm like, okay.
It's Good Burger, man.
I hope you don't break out into song and dance.
Why not? I feel like that's the ultimate, like, sentence for this movie.
Why not?
Why not? It's Good Burger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's Good Burger.
Come on now.
I feel like a lot of the times we lean on that sentence.
Why not?
Just like, why not? It's insert any movie we cover.
Maybe I'm coming around to Andy's side here.
Except for Pan's Labyrinth. So when Otis, an older employee of Good Burger, this is the guy who's doing like backflips and stuff, notices that they're poisoning the burgers. He attempts to call the cops and he gets sent to Demented Hills as well. Which also, like, Demented Hills? Why is it called that?
Why not?
1997, baby.
Yeah. Otis tells the boys what's going on, and they escape the asylum after a quick dance break. And again, no explanation. It's Good Burger.
Good Burger. Wow.
So they break into Mondo Burger, and their plan backfires kind of, because while they didn't steal a can of the poison that was going into the Good Burgers, Ed did add a bunch of it to the Mondo Burgers, and they start exploding. And we find out that this was his plan all along. Like, wait, literally just exploding.
The burgers or the people?
The burgers.
Okay. I promise I watched this movie, I swear.
No, but but you bring up a good point, because that's why they have to stop everyone from eating the burgers, because then they will
explode.
Why not? Yeah.
It's Good Burger. Why not?
It's Good Burger.
Exactly.
You just put that on a shirt.
So to wrap up the movie here, the teacher's car gets totaled in the mess, and I'm on his side in this movie a little bit, because like if my car got hit by a kid who doesn't have a driver's license, and then they then proceeded to destroy my mailbox twice after I rebuilt it twice, and then the Mondo Burger just absolutely totals my car, I can't get anything out of it, I'd be as upset as he was too.
I'm suing.
But so the teacher's car gets totaled in the mess. Kurt gets arrested. Dexter rips up the contract he and Ed have. Ed reveals his master plan to save the day, and all is well in the world, and that is good burger. Now, going into final thoughts, Andy, again, as our guest.
This is not the clapping part? Sorry, was that?
No, this is the clapping part. This is the clapping part.
For me, it is.
But that leads right into your final thoughts. Let's hear. Does this hold up? Where does it hold up? Where does it fall?
So, as we discussed today, there are some clear pitfalls to this movie. And I'd like to acknowledge those, right? I mean, first of all, the writers, crazy. Didn't know that. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
And I think Dan Schneider's involvement is obviously terrible. And just like anything else that he's done. And there's a lot of qualities to this movie that do fall short at times. However, I find it to be very charming. I love the nostalgic feel that this movie has that it doesn't have on a lot of other movies for me. It reminds me of my high school days, my college days, little sleepovers, stoner movies, anything along those lines. Very like Harold and Kumar coded. And I think the two big themes that I pick up on that actually take themselves a little more serious in this movie is male friendship, which we talked about earlier, and just kind of how you would go about that process in which two guys are becoming friends, and the vulnerabilities that come along with that, right? And then I think the other big theme, which we didn't touch on as much, but we kind of like glossed over, if you will, just through plot, is underrating somebody. I think throughout the film, Ed is constantly underrated, not only by Dexter, but by multiple characters in the movie. And there's a big innocence to him that you are kind of gravitated towards throughout the movie. But ultimately, when he reveals that like he was listening, like with the yo-yo, and that he actually does have good ideas for the restaurant, and that ultimately at the end, that he was planning on doing this in terms of like the American law system and like the process that it would take to turn things over and everything. And he even talks about like anti-capitalist stuff. And it's like, it becomes a little more high level than you suspect. And so to me, that's why there's qualities of this movie that are surprisingly good. And I'm a big fan, and I will continue to watch this movie despite whatever you guys might think, whatever anyone else might think, because I just really like this movie, and I'm very glad we talked about it today.
Much like Pan's Labyrinth, I mean, that one goes without saying, but you always come in with these beautiful arguments, and I really love them. So thank you for that, Andy. That was great. Pelton, I'm gonna turn it over to you to follow up.
Fucker, I knew you would. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna follow that up? That was stunning. No, I know I said it earlier when going over plot, but everything you guys are praising the movie for, I do agree. Like, I think the two of them, it is a beautiful friendship. There's definitely a sense of like underrating this person and coming to appreciate them, and it's all there. I just think the humor that surrounds it, and it is a comedy movie, so that's just as important. The humor that surrounds it just doesn't quite work for me. And this one character who is built to be kind of like the annoying yet funny like side character, giving him 50%, it's too much. It doesn't quite work. I think I needed a little less of him. And I think all those themes and everything they were trying to do would just stick the landing more for me.
Sure.
I sat there quite miserable.
I think I can agree mostly with Pelton. What you're saying is like, I said it a little bit earlier, but I really didn't like this movie when we first started it.
Sure.
And I think much like a lot of the characters in this movie, I was underrating Ed throughout most of this until that scene that we talked about. And then I started to turn a little bit, and I was like, man, that was such a sweet moment. And you come to find out by the end that he's quite a smart character, and he thinks about things just in a different way, and just maybe has a little bit of a different way of communicating with people. And I was really turned by the end, but it's still like, even by the end, even though I was turned by that character, I think similar to Pelton, like some of the humor just didn't land for me. And overall, even just like the visuals, there were just some things that kind of took me out as a whole. But his character, I was really like, I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it.
That's fair.
I enjoyed the overall like journey that I went on with that character. That was a quite a unique experience, and one that I appreciate for this movie, even if I think as a whole it doesn't necessarily work for me. But I do understand why it would work for others.
See, I need like a SpongeBob. Like, I'm not watching the Patrick Star show. You know what I mean? I'm watching SpongeBob.
Sure.
And Patrick's great because he's in it like 30% of the episode. It's perfect.
Yeah. You wanted more Keenan.
Way more. I'm quite happy he's the one that ended up on SNL.
Sure.
Keenan's
Good for
awesome.
him.
Keenan's so
Keenan
awesome.
rules.
And
And he's
great.
good in this.
He's great in this movie. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're-
genuinely.
We're going to be talking a lot more Keenan because there's a couple more Keenan movies that I have on our big, beautiful list that
I believe
Really?
it. I believe
we'll
it.
talk about. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, with all of that, before we do our final thought, Pelton, I want to throw it back over to you.
Do you want to compare salmon recipes?
No, not again. What I want to ask you is, where does this fall on your meter of buying it on 4K, buying it on sale, watching it on streaming, and never watching it?
Okay, I'm glad you remember the new rating system because I already forgot about it. So, where would this fall? I wouldn't own it, obviously. I don't think I would buy it on sale. However, I thought going into this episode, even though I just said I forgot about the rating system, so pretend I didn't say that, I thought it would be at the bottom if I'm never watching this again. But after talking to you guys about it, I'll admit a little. Maybe there's a little more going on than I gave it credit for. And if I was high as a kite, chained
you
in a
have to be
basement,
locked in a
and
basement.
had my eyes open, and I couldn't blink them.
That's the authentic experience, by the way.
That's the authentic Andy experience. I would watch this on streaming. I would.
I feel like you're saying that through gritted teeth, but I'll accept it.
Paramount
Just
Plus.
move on.
Paramount Plus.
Exactly.
Shout out Paramount Plus. Go watch Good Burger.
Shout out to Mason Jeffrey. Okay, so
Oh yeah, we did like a whole promo with Paramount Plus, just not confirmed by Paramount.
one final thought on Good Burger.
I can't
can't
believe
believe
it's
this
got
guy's
greenlit.
Greenlit. All right. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Andy, for being on the show yet again and bringing in another super
you, guys.
interesting movie to talk about, even if it's not quite on the level of Pan's Labyrinth. It's always fun chatting with you. It's always fun getting to catch up. And yeah, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Andy.
you having me back, and always an honor. So we'll talk about something maybe in the middle next time, right? We'll find
Exactly.
what's a healthy medium between Pan's Labyrinth and Good Burger. That's for
like
us
there's
to
a
find
lot
out.
of movies.
Can I just say Avengers so we have to cover it?
I can't believe
yeah.
Avengers got greenlit.
Yes. You know what, Andy? You're back in my good graces after this, buddy.
Yeah, their brownie
back.
points are up.
You go after that Avengers line, you're way up.
It's beautiful. But yes, check out Quaywoodproductions.com. We have all of our stuff there. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and all of our upcoming projects we're likely going to rope Andy in on. So stay tuned for some collaborations with our guest, and tune in next week on I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit for Ever After with our very special guest, Brooke Elliott, a friend, coworker. Very excited for that episode, and we will talk to you then. Bye.
See ya.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.